I think
I'm
that's
ready
a
to
yes.
I'm ready to touch them at night.
You,
What the
you're
fuck
That's right.
is that?
Just wondering where you're going with
Touch them in the dark?
that.
God, I have to look it up. Hold on.
Oh wait, this is a
The
nighttime
touch
again.
them in the dead of the night.
There you
No, I think
go.
it's daytime.
Yeah,
It
it's
says
daytime.
dead at night.
All right. Well, I know some of you have read the intro now that we've been talking about it. Um, basically, yeah, mission accomplished last time. Definitely, you know, like we said, we can reach out and touch them in the dead of night. So today, what's going on? Uh, we've given them a few days to kind of recoup from everything, and well, what we've noticed is that they've lashed out like a cornered dog. So what we see is them preparing what seems like another run of attacks. Also notice a small group of vessels just decided to go all in, and they've looked like they've set a course for the Falklands. So don't know if we're getting ready to start a second Falkland War or something, or what's going on, but we're here to stop it if that's what their intent is. And then outside of that, we're just going to try to contain any other threats that they want to throw at us. Make sure that we stop whatever these attacks are. And so be on the lookout for strike groups, escorts, anything. They're pushing at the table. They're saying we're all in. They're not backing down. All right. So it's now 28th of March. Start time's gonna be 15:45. Probably noticed that we have some extreme wind today. So we have wind from the northeast that's 20 to 30 knots gusting. So just be ready for that. If you're on the carrier, you're going to notice that it's going to be tipping a little bit. We have a few scattered clouds. We also have some light fog in the area. It's not too much to really obscure your vision, but does add some ambiance. So you probably still should be able to do case one, what it looks like. So we have our primary mission objectives, which are to protect the Falklands from any threats, destroy the Argentine attack group. There's 4 vessels there. We want to protect southern Chile from any attacks as well. And we want to destroy the Argentine units that are rebuilding at Ushia Airport Air Base, so site of one of our previous attacks. There's still no Chinese aircraft that we've seen in the air, so you're clear to destroy any Argentine aircraft in the air. It should be any of the other enemy units. You can engage any ground units that cross the border into Chile. Of course, if you are notified of anything that's on the Argentine side of the border, you're going to be cleared to attack those as well. And then do not overfly, of course, or come within 15 miles of the China Islands. Okay, standard comms for today again. Same stuff here. The only difference that we have today is the JTAC down there, Badger M255. And then airborne threats. We could see JF-17s, 399s. They have 2 remaining H6s now, and also the rest of their Mirage F1 fleet. And on the surface, of course, there's just their typical threats. Still have HQ-7s, and then part of the fleet that we've been able to see that's heading east, there are 2 Type 54 frigates there.
And where's our 688 attack sub at?
Right?
Quick work of those guys.
All right. So, weapon restrictions. You might notice that the 1 precision weapon per pylon restriction has been dropped for this mission. Pretty sure that really impacts Raven the most. They're going to have the most to do, and I think it's fair, this mission. So as far as Chinese units go, they have been flying aid to some attacked bases. So if you see any of these units, then don't attack them. They're IL-76s. They have the Chinese paint scheme and everything like that. And then just to give you the info on how JTAC is going to work, Badger on 255 is on station near that airbase. once you assaulted the airfield, you can check in with him. He'll give you more tasking. He should check in with you on the way in anyway. He should just to let you know that he's there, and then just keep your eyes open for any other radio messages that pop up as you go through the mission. And then here's our overview of our map still. So all of the carriers are heading into the wind, just so you know. So they're all heading northeast into the wind. And that's actually really all we have. We don't have any kind of intel for ground strikes or anything like that, because we don't really have any other than some, on-the-fly attacks down at Ushia Air Base. So, any questions about today? All right. Well, if there's no questions, then we can all brief here. If you guys want to figure out how you're going to run CAP in the East, or how you want to organize anything. Otherwise, we can split up and figure out flight leads and all that.
Might as well split. We got enough people in each subsection to do that.
Cool.
All right, let's drop down.
So I take it Viking isn't showing up?
It's a good question.
Yeah, I haven't seen him log in. Toss him a text. But, I mean, either way, we've got two crude birds, so.
So we're calling this Challenger flight, Hammer?
God. No. I'm not explaining that situation.
It's a long story.
Who
Bitches
would
love
like
Hammer's
to?
Challenger.
Yeah, apparently so. Who wants to flight lead this group, this element?
You did it last week, so I'll do it.
Works for me.
Are we dividing up crews?
Oh, do I have to
Just
plan
Vikings.
this too? Is that what we're doing?
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. All right, I wasn't ready for that. Hold on, give me a sec.
I guess I'm two because there's no other place to go.
Yes, exactly. So we're just doing cap, defend the Falklands. So our only objective is really defend the Falklands.
I'd assume the
Okay.
boat as well. I don't know
Yeah.
if they're going to try what they did last time.
And then any other pop-up objectives that they give us.
So
Should we pull up the ATO?
Why don't I just stick in
Oh.
Hammer's backseat? We'll just trying to keep the band together, I guess, Hammer.
Sure.
3 weeks in a row.
Fine with me.
So where have they been coming out of in the last couple missions?
Well, there's only the
Like
only
Rio
two
Grande
places. Yeah.
and Rio Gallegos, right?
Yeah, typically.
I've seen flights a little bit north of there to whatever that airbase at the top is, but I don't know if they're just patrolling that high or actually going from that base.
Yeah. I mean, typically what we've had is 3 patrol areas that are basically between those 3 bases in the Falklands, about a third of the way across. In the first mission, there were Jeffs in the south, Jeffs in the north, and Jeff and Tanker in the middle. And the last one was the creative setup where it was the tanker on the south one that then the bombers merged with and then flew east from there. And the other 2 were Jeff patrols.
Yeah. So I'm gonna suggest that we do somewhat of a more aggressive like cap this way around, because I think the main thing we're gonna be facing is those long range like cruise missile things, right?
Yeah,
And I
we
don't
did
really
see them
want to.
first mission. They were low.
Yeah, and if one of those things hits the Teddy or any other things on the Falklands, that will be kind of shitty. And they've been, what's the range on those things? I want to say they've been releasing like kind of like here, maybe
I'll check the
the
first
last
mission
one.
TAC view, but last
Yeah.
time against the carrier, Frosty said the limit was 75, and we downed the aircraft at 88. But let me check the first mission just to see where those low cruise missiles came from, because that was a different setup.
Yeah, Viking said he's gonna miss the
Here
mission,
they are.
so-
The KD-20s. They were launched from 2 H6Js at a range of 134. Well, let me see if that was their target. Hang on. Yeah, 134 miles. They may have been able to go further, but it looks like the H6Js flew to a waypoint, and then the second they hit that waypoint, they turned exactly at the target, launched them, and immediately left.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much exactly where your cursor just was.
Yeah.
They were exactly
so like halfway
due west.
between, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So like maybe like a two, like give it like 150 miles to be safe.
Yeah. I mean, that should be our red line.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
shit.
right. We may have to be more aggressive and get in front because come on a variety of vectors.
Yeah, and if we have to, like, we don't want to be having to chase them down like 20 miles before they release their cruise missiles, because then we're going to be chasing cruise missiles all night, you know?
Yeah. The flight profile of the ones from Mission 1, they were on the deck, and their true airspeed was about 400 knots.
They were on the deck?
Though that set of KD-20 were flying at
the missile itself.
800 feet, and
Okay.
they were doing Mach 0.6, which equates with the wind and everything on that mission to 440 knots. So we can technically run them down cruising by about 160 knots if we were at altitude, but anything more than that is going to be burner.
Yeah. And it leaves gaps in our cap as well, because with
There's only two of
ships,
us,
we can't really
yeah.
have the so we've got quite a big area to cover. What do we? Should we tank? What are we thinking? This tanker's not really he's going kind of the wrong way here, but
Oh, it's tough. I mean, if they're
yeah, it's
aggressive
gonna be
early
rough.
on, it's only one ship, you know.
Yeah.
Might need to be an audible.
Okay, so maybe we the problem is that's such a long distance, like if one of us has to tank.
I think what we've got to be pretty decent at on this. So H6Js are not fast aircraft. So in both missions, they were flying exactly 350 knots at whatever altitude they were set to. In this case, in mission 1, it was 28.5, and in mission 2, it was 24. So they're not fast aircraft, and the patrols have been. The patrols seem to vary their speed, but looks like a lot of the time the Jeffs go really fast when they turn around. That's kind of interesting on their patrol logic. They speed up to 0.99 in the turn, and then they level out and go to 0.7. But basically, like any contact that doesn't have nails is something we probably need to worry about. If it's got Jeff nails, probably don't want to worry about it. Unless it's vectored east.
Yeah.
It's just tough. We've only got 12 sticks in the air.
Yeah. I guess we can just be super conservative with fuel. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we just be super conservative and just be really good with intercepts so that we don't have to really go burner that often.
Yeah, we should just be
I
as
mean,
high
'cause
as we can get. You know, we should
yeah,
be
we can sit up
36
there
and
for 2
over.
hours, really, if we're cruising below mill the whole time.
0.72 is our endurance speed up there, and our range speed is 0.8.
At 40,000?
Above 30. It's basically
Okay.
the same.
So are we thinking maybe a north to south little like rotation, or just kind of flow? See, we've got we've got a lot of vision, so I think we can probably stay together for the most part, right?
I'm down
Maybe.
for whatever you're
Yeah, I
interested in
think
doing there. We can see a lot of space, and we can probably make educated guesses based on vectors. Like if we see something far off, you know, in RWS mode, can lock it up and try and determine if it's which way it's vectored. If it doesn't have nails, if it's flying, you know, northwest southeast, it's probably that tanker. It's coming eastbound, doesn't have Jeff nails. I mean, I'd be concerned personally. I don't know what the Rios think on this, but
Bant double. Any comments or suggestions or concerns?
My comment is yes, unless it's no.
Yes, this is snow. Awesome. Okay. Well, yeah, these waypoints aren't very helpful.
I mean, I think at at this moment, like really anything that's going to be east of the island, being that little Chinese airbase island in the south, it's obviously going to be guaranteed hostile. Like, you know,
Yeah.
to that point, like the only times we've ever engaged any aircraft have been, you know, they've broken that, you know, that border. So, I mean, you know, it's hard to really, you know, predict what's going to happen, but I would just fire at anything that breaks that borderline.
Yeah.
I mean, anything. Like even the jet patrols, like you can be certain like there's going to be at least one patrol going back and forth on each axis coming out of each base. So you'll see one patrol going north-south, and you'll see one patrol going east-west. And they're
Okay.
usually in two-ship fashion.
Yeah. We'll have problems if anything comes out of San Julian from way up there, but
Yeah. Well, I mean,
maybe not.
the
But
good news. I mean, the good news with that is like they have a long flight if they do that.
yeah.
But even that being said, like it would take a miracle. Like if you were at the bottom leg of like a, you know, a patrol, even data link might not even, you know, show them.
Yeah. So I guess prioritize bombers, and then maybe just kind of self defense almost for Jeffs, which is kind of a risky strategy, but
What was the altitude on the H6 last week, Hammer? I can't remember.
last week, I'll tell you.
I want to say it was like 26 or
I
something.
believe it was 24 to 26, but I'm just going to double check because mission 1 was 28.5. Mission 2, hang on. Gosh, that happened earlier in the mission than I thought. also 28.5 actually. 28.5 at 0.7, and the F1s were doing about 1,000 feet higher than that, and they were slower. Now, given, if I kind of made a here a little bit, in the TAC view, the F1s were called bomber escorts, but they could not keep up with the H6J, even though the H6J was only doing 5 knots cast. If we can kill H6Js and run away, I mean,
Yeah, I think that's probably. I
he
think
said they've only got 2 of them left, right?
Is that what he said?
I think so.
I don't know if I heard a number on it.
Send them a text.
That'd be really nice. Because I don't. I mean, how's the fuel consumption on a Jeff? Like, do they have a lot of range?
I mean, the problem is cruise missiles go on the fuel pylons, so, like, could it do it? Yeah, it could. It could go out and launch the cruise missile at like 150 miles from the target, so I think they can do it.
Okay.
Would he do it that way? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
know if the
Frosty
AI
confirms 2 H6J remaining.
I don't know what what the AI release points are. If it just does it at max distance or not.
Yeah. I mean, aside from like closure and stuff like that, is there a way to tell if a target's a bomber or not in the Rio seat?
No.
It's really just their speed and distance you pick them up potentially.
If
But
you
it's tough.
can, if they're at 50 miles and you can see them in the camera, they're probably a bomber. But
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think like at that distance, you possibly
Longer
might be able to
ranges.
judge it by con, but
Yeah,
hard
if
to
I
know.
mean there you can try to do certain visual things to make a guess. Like if you see the con that's a twin trail, it's going to be a heavy mover of some sort. But
Mhm.
but then again, it might be an IL-76. It's not necessarily a bomber.
There was one out there the other day.
Yeah.
Was being the key word there.
Yeah, it was. That's true. That's true. Probably isn't there anymore.
Yeah. We didn't. Guys didn't even have vapor with you. Wow.
No, that was all bread.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of this is going to be just kind of reacting to whatever we can see. So, as far as planning goes, I don't have anything else unless anyone else has something to
I like
contribute
your
or
barrier. I think
yeah, I think
try and establish it and
yeah.
see how it goes. I mean, if they're aggressively pushing forward with Jeffs, we can just react and cruise back a little bit.
Yeah, I'll probably like see that like eastern or not eastern, but the western tip of that little island. Put your marker
This
over
one?
that. Yeah, zoom in. Now put your mouse pointer over the western tip. Where that
Right there?
mountain icon is, that little yellow mountain icon.
Oh, right here.
No, on the
Oh, right
western.
there.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
All right. So using that, I would just use that as a point of reference, and then you can do keep your pointer there. I would just use that for the point of reference, and then you can do those little TID tricks where you can draw like a visual line and whatnot, just to make things simpler.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That'll give us a really good
go
buffer.
back to that. I need to write that down.
Oh, right. The
Yeah, I need to write the coordinates down.
there. Does that give you the coordinates? Oh, there.
Yeah,
we go.
bottom of the page.
I see.
Yep. I got it.
Alright, I have to actually do something? Shit, where's my pen?
I mean, I wrote it down just in case.
What are we doing? Sorry.
I'm just using that reference point for the hostile area, and then the little TID trick where you can, draw like the line and extend it, northward, so it kind of gives you that visual border on the TID.
No.
Yeah, I was just gonna do something to at least kind of give me a mark of,
1 second.
visual.
Even just the waypoint's going to be super helpful
Yeah,
because
I'll just do
every
the
time
waypoint
we zoom out in ground stab mode, I'm always checking that against my HSI. So Wraith, when you're in the front, if you're feeling tumbleweed, pull that range out, ground stab, and then reference your HSI, and you'll really quickly get SA of where you are.
Can you change that to normal people?
Just write down
Coordinates?
54, 49, 4, 64, 42, 0,
49.4?
54, 494, 64, 42,
At 73, it's gonna be like 4.5. It should be like 5.
I probably slightly moved my cursor, so that's probably the
Oh.
discrepancy there.
It's close enough. It makes no difference in the term of a cruise
Yeah,
missile's flight.
Exactly. Not precision strike.
We should probably stay fairly far away from each other, like 30 plus miles. And that way we can scan under each other anytime we go nose to nose. Make sure we're not flying over the cruise missiles.
Yep.
Is it
That's
still
how
54,
found
42?
2 missions ago, I think. We scanned under the 18s and found those slow targets. And we know what those are.
Yeah, cruise missiles, I think, probably be 450 knots, something like that.
Pretty slow. Yeah, 420-ish knots on those.
If they're going towards the Falklands, I say we just let them hit it, Why are we fighting the British war,
Because Uncle Sam told us to, bruh.
Get these motherfuckers in here.
So, if that happens, then we lose a valuable supply of wool.
That's true.
Yeah, man, I need my wool underpants.
Like a major export.
I don't know, but I kind of like my merino sweaters,
That's true.
It's true.
All right.
Yeah, Hammer's trying to get some info out of me about cruise missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get some intel.
Well, I'm just gonna, let the guys read into this however they want. This is a quote from Frosty. They still have a bunch of everything else. Ha. So I'm prepared now for swarms of MB339s with 100-pound bombs on them.
I can tell you won't see 339s because the AI won't fly out that
they
far.
They can't get that far.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I'd have to start them 2/3 of the way to the Falklands.
Although I could see suicide Jeffs being loaded down with cruise missiles and a fuel tank.
Yeah, that's my concern. F1s can make it out there. It's just they're going to be slow as hell because they're going to have to probably have tanks to get there. They don't have any standoff weapons.
Just remember, we do know they've been doing lots of refueling exercises out there.
Yeah, we've always seen that tanker.
Take their tanker down and they got nothing to do, right?
We could preventatively
that could
need a weapon
be
at the
really
tanker.
Didn't we take down the tanker
break the
last
whole
week?
mission?
Yeah, I was about to say, don't we have requirements not to shoot down the IL-76?
That's only for the transport ones going into air bases.
The tankers are IL-78s, so.
Let's let the grand scheme of things. We can either take down your tanker and save you some other pilots, or we could take you all down.
I'll just transmit that on guard.
I should have put that radio option in that you could say that to them.
Yes. We need taunts, like Wing Commander style. You're going home in a box.
I had a question to see. I was told, Fant, that you might know how to work the newest server stuff.
Say what?
I don't know if anybody here knows how to load a mission right now.
I do.
No.
Oh, you do, Hammer?
I do. Give me
I
a
mean,
second.
I knew.
Is
how
it
to do
already
it.
on the server, or you just have it locally?
I'll have to send you the Ms file.
Okay. I can
But-
do that.
Nice. I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't know if Spider's changed anything on it.
I know you redid some stuff like a little while ago, and I haven't tried since then. And I asked Rowdy the same thing, and he's like, I don't know.
Oh no, I can still log into the cloud site, so yeah, that shouldn't be hard.
Too bad Cream retired.
I know, right? I
So
need to sit down,
you
Spider,
want
and
me
figure it out
to
again.
get on OwnCloud and get that going?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's just on OwnCloud, so
Yep.
do it either way.
So Frosty, you're gonna send me a .miz, I guess. You could drop it in operations or something too if you're in there.
I just messaged it to you right now.
Should probably, I guess, kill the other server instances. I can take care of that.
Which number is one? I always
Yeah.
that. Oh, never mind. I have that. Instance 1 is for mission. It's kind of duh, but
All right. Any other questions?
let's just edit this Ms to delete their tanker and no.
Exactly right. Edit their tasking.
Give myself an F10 command.
Yeah, now's your chance to put the taunts in.
Yeah, it's in time.
All right. I'll head up to briefing then.
Thanks, Frosty.
All right, Fancy, you got the server control part down?
Yeah, I went ahead and killed all the other instances.
Okay,
besides
I've
that.
already got the Jericho Part 3 file in that server. Since I'm going to be jumping in through VR, that would be helpful if you can queue up and hit start when it's...
Do we have to worry about starting paused, or we shouldn't have that many people? It'd be a problem, right? 4 Hornets, 2 Tomcats.
To be honest, I'm more concerned about the pitching deck causing us problems than that. But if we can start pause, that's probably a good idea. I don't necessarily know how to do that, though.
Oh, so Charter's going to be doing. Oh, so we'll have Charger in the area, kind of. They're doing some anti-shipping stuff, but we're not entirely alone.
Where's their flight path?
It's this green one, the slime green.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
They're doing anti-shipping, I assume, up here. But they...
Where does it have him in the briefing? It does say the boat set sail east from somewhere. The coast. Well, that's helpful.
Yeah.
It's only a few thousand miles long.
It's probably Rio Gallegos. Actually, or I guess it could be San Julian too.
Whatever.
But yeah, they'll be up
Intel
north.
guys are
So
fired.
So I guess some stuff will have to go through them, hopefully, maybe. And I'm assuming they're carrying some self-protect. So
Well, yeah. Hopefully our IFF is good enough that we don't shoot one of them as they're flowing east towards the carrier, right?
yeah. Well, I hope they don't flow so far west that they are way out past our cap.
Also, we may discover where all these Type 54 frigates are. So
That is
we'll
true.
see how that dynamically moves the barrier, but don't
Yeah.
put your guard down on the RWR, I guess. Right, everybody know what we're doing?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll run a really democratic rule on this this flight. So if you see something or if you have a suggestion, just let me know.
Right.
I think we can hop back up to
hop up.
briefing.
Yep.
Hey, Frosty,
What's up?
you know who the intel guy is?
Do I know who the intel guy is for our mission?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably Badger, that dude sitting in a Bradley.
Okay, I'm gonna just tell him that he shouldn't be doing the Navy intel because east from the coast is kind of useless when the coast is 1,000 miles long. Jerk. Yeah, the Navy guys will figure it out.
He's just some random army dude rolling around in a Bradley. He's just like, yeah, I'll be fine out there.
Doesn't even know what a Type 54 is.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, it's just some boats. He's like, they're Argentine. It'll be fine. Doesn't even realize that like their Navy got upgraded.
Also, he forgot that submarines exist. Jerk off.
Well, the Argentine submarines, there are still some out there. Won't see him this mission. Maybe next mission.
One of these days when we have a fleet action, I'm just gonna mock up a cold waters mission and show you guys how much a freaking 688 just tears through an entire Russian CV group.
But the good thing is, like a patch ago, they finally fixed it so that submarines will actually like attack correctly.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty sweet.
It works pretty well. I'll just say that.
Well, here's the question: do they attack while submerged?
Yes.
Finally.
At least they did when I tested it.
Okay, yeah. Before it was like they were running on the surface, World War II style, and lobbing torpedoes on the surface.
Yeah, it was really weird. Well, that was if you could get them to attack at all. They're not the best still. Like honestly, like the like older submarines in the game seemed to work better when I was testing them. But like I'd be like, okay, you're gonna be on like basically a head-on attack, and then I'd be like, okay, do an attack here, and they would just kind of like wait, and then they would shoot their torpedoes, and their torpedoes would just go way off in the middle of nowhere, and then they would circle around trying to like reacquire, and then they would just give up, except for like the old type submarines, and they actually scored hits. So I was like, okay.
I just always find it funny in DCS when we're going up against like a Moskva and everybody's like, oh my god, that thing's terrifying. I'm like, man, in cold waters, I'll dust 8 of those things in 10 minutes. They're such a joke. They can't deal with the spread of Mark 48s. Good luck to you.
If only they had air-laden mines in this game. Or torpedoes.
They should just make the Viking a flyable module. Let's just introduce anti-submarine warfare.
I would definitely fly a Viking.
F-18 can deploy them.
I'm just one of those people who wants a Viking. If you're
The
gonna update the model,
F-18
might
has
as well.
no idea where the target is. It's just like you get told, go over there and drop it.
Like we could drop sono buoys and stuff out of that thing and have like, they just have to basically make like a mini EWR or something, you know.
P3 module.
I don't know if you guys
Multi-crew
have
only.
flown the P3 in dangerous waters, but it's pretty fun. There's a lot of stuff to do in there.
Yeah.
We should just add the Penguin missiles to the UH-60 mod.
That thing is the ugliest ASM ever, but it's so cool.
I guess everybody's done briefing, so if we want, we can take our 10-minute break now.
See.
Good idea.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Damn, she got fat ass. Yeah.
Mic check.
E.
Sweet.
Mic check.
5 of 5. So Wraith for soundtrack tonight. I'm just going straight up old school Top Gun movie soundtrack. Why not?
Pretty good one.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta get my Destination Unknown.
Get some Mighty Wings in there.
Yeah, I gotta save that for for the climax of the story. It's for after you blow up the bad guys, then you're like burnering out.
While
you
you're
go.
touching
Do a
them,
little
yeah.
F3 view, a little flyby of the roll. All about the cinematography, man. I'm making top-notch content here.
I should have put a radio command to be like, remaining MiGs are bugging out.
We do need more cheesy F10 comments.
You know, if they brought F5s with their anti-ship missiles, I'd feel a lot more comfortable.
What's amazing is those F5s can engage in a dogfight, but still be closing the carrier group at 10 miles every 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. How do they do that?
It's Tokyo
Carrier's
Drift,
just like
obviously.
steaming straight at him too.
I think it's like the Looney Tunes effect. You know, when you get like that cartoon fur ball, but it turns into like a tornado that just like sucks everything in its path. That's how I always imagined.
Like my ex-girlfriend.
And of course, both catapults are broken.
Well, I mean, that's real.
That's one of the more plausible things to happen in that movie, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so much steam to go around.
That's why they went electromagnetic. Anyone see the report of the Russian ship that got blown up in the Black Sea?
Which one?
The maintenance report?
No, which ship? The Moskva?
Yeah, that one.
I think I like heard about it on something that I was watching.
Wasn't that the one that people were saying like got destroyed by a remote control boat or something with had explosives on it?
Something like that.
Or am I just making shit up?
It was that port.
No, I know the one you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it. But...
Oh no,
Oh,
the
was that
Moskva.
port?
Yeah, the
It was that
Moskva
port.
wasn't the one that got hit in port. That was the one they hit on patrol with a
It was their
anti-ship missile.
flagship.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hit it with rockets because they distracted it. They got its fire control radar on one side with a drone. And so the fire control radar was looking the wrong way when they sent
It's
the
so funny.
unguided rocket barrage in from the other side.
Bro, it's unreal how they're like, oh, this is the flagship, and then that's what does it. Like, come on, man.
Well, I mean,
Rockets?
there's a little bit more into it than that. I mean, there's some strategy and tactics because they basically clocked it for like a week straight, learning its route and its patrol. When they go radar silent, when they turn everything off, shift changes. So
They had
there's a little bit
the
more involved.
artillery set up like days in advance because they knew where they did and didn't sail. And when they were being attacked, they didn't even take evasives with the boat. They just kept going straight. Thought they could just
were under
shoot
attack.
it off. Yeah.
I'm trying to find this.
Plus, they were sailing that thing alone, which is just insane.
Yeah, no screen whatsoever.
Nothing.
What always
Well, and
gets
they
me
said
about
half the
like
things didn't work on it.
what
Oh, I
always
wouldn't
gets
doubt
me
it.
about whenever people talk about, X could and couldn't happen, I'm like, you realize that there's people using that, and people don't do things the way you anticipate they're going to use them.
I mean, it's just look at what Insurgents
hockey
did when.
fight, go.
I was gonna say, look what Insurgents did with like unexploded artillery shells in
Exactly.
Afghanistan and
Yeah.
Iraq.
Yeah.
How
No,
does an
just-
RBKM reactor explode?
Yes.
It's a very funny confluence of events.
No, I just remember reading about the maintenance report saying that basically all their weapon systems were in need of repair as they started the invasion of Ukraine.
Yeah, I mean, again, it really doesn't
All their
surprise me.
forces, yeah.
I would not doubt that their navy has not been maintenance even properly since
20 years
the
ago.
wall. I was gonna say when the wall fell. To be quite
Bro,
honest.
look at the Kuznetsov. Like, what it like?
Yeah.
I mean, that thing still runs off a boiler.
You can, there's some fantastic sub briefs that you can, or well, sorry, they're PowerPoints made by Subbrief on YouTube. But
Oh,
he's a
got good
former
videos.
688 sonar guy. But one of the things I find really interesting is when he goes over certain boats, he'll do a focus on a specific boat, and he'll go through its career of like, hey, it was launched here, and then it did this patrol and whatever. I mean, basically, they would spend 5 times as long in dry dock as they were at sea. And just the constant overhauls they needed and upgrades. Then, like, oh, we just left from this upgrade, but a fire started, so we had to bring it right back into port again. It's just like, oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm willing to bet the Kuznetsov has traveled more by tugboat than it has itself.
Yeah.
even the horror stories from when it actually would somehow be able to steam out a port on its own, and be deployed. It was on a
Like,
video, but
They
it
didn't
was like
have
there was
heated water. They didn't have filtered water.
Sewage was
Yep,
back.
sewage
In their
system didn't
defense,
run.
traveled more by tugboat than they have themselves is not dissimilar from my SnowRunner games.
That's true.
True.
Fair.
But,
So you have-
we're
It's
also
just a matter of
using Russian
propulsion.
equipment in SnowRunner, so.
You have World War II carriers that can make it
Mhm.
fucking damaged to shit from the Coral Sea all the way back to Pearl Harbor or San
Well,
Diego.
That's the problem, Hammer. If these carriers were built by Kamaz, they might stand a chance.
Hey, man, it's all about having those winch points.
It is always interesting how that can go both ways, in that like museums love the Russian equipment. They don't love using it, but they love having it. If they want to keep it running, they're like, we literally just put a new battery in it and kick it, and it gets going again.
I mean, I always think of the
Like-
scene from GoldenEye with Jodan Baker. It's
Yeah.
like, hand me the hammer. It's like, no,
he
the other
hits the engine with it, and it starts
No,
again.
he hits it
Yeah.
with 2 different hammers. Like, he hits it with like the little tiny hammer, little tink
That's just
right
it,
on
and then
one
like
spot
slams it. Yeah.
with a giant sledge, like a 20-pound sledge. And it's like, there you go.
But like, for their old World War II equipment that they're trying to keep on running, 80 years later, and it's like it's way easier to keep going than the German and U.S. equipment that requires refabrication or
yeah,
this.
it's
And
like-
it's like, because it was built so simply
Those
that it's
34s
much
is
much
just-
easier to keep going now.
The 34s are just like a steel turtle shell and a diesel engine. That's it.
The way they keep their the pins in their tracks is that there's like a piece cast on the side of the hull, and as the pins go past it, they just whack into that part of the hull, and it just slams them back into the track. It's the
Nice.
most ghetto solution.
I've
But it
played enough
works.
hours of Tank Mechanic
So like,
Simulator.
if you listen,
No.
if you listen to a 284 or 234 driving, you'll occasionally hear that like metallic clink. It's the pins in the track hitting it and getting whacked back into the track.
So it's not you throwing
Yeah.
a rod in the engine.
Yeah.
It's It's just actually the pins holding the
It's
tracks.
It's literally that's how they get reseated back in the track.
It's
because
a
I figured
rod that
it
you're
was-
preventing throwing.
Yeah, it's cheaper than coming up with the whole system of actually keeping the pins in the tracks themselves and having to like retension them all the time.
So at risk of me
Yeah.
becoming grumpy like Cream, I'm gonna be the guy that says, "Hey, so are we ready to brief now?"
Yeah, let's go. It is 9:58. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and kick off with Charger Flight.
Yes, Charger flight. 2 of F-18s attacking those incoming ships to protect our fleet. Taking 4 harpoons apiece with some anti-air with us to combat air. And then do some combat patrolling for the 14s around in the area. And then going back to the carrier. Yes.
All right. Go with Lance.
Lance is a flight of 2 Tomcats taken off from the Teddy, I think. Carrier in the east. Going to be doing some cap, defending our beloved carrier and Her Majesty's territory. So yeah, we'll be on 251, I think. But yeah, we'll be doing cap in the east, trying to prevent any bombers from releasing any sticky cruise missiles towards the islands or to any friendly carriers. So yeah, Lance complete.
Okay, let's go Raven.
Raven Flight of 3, we'll be doing CAS and coordinating with JTAC for additional CAS around our AO. We will be communicating on 251 and 255 interflight. Laser codes 1531 through 3. Raven complete.
All right. There's no coup de flight tonight, so Mustang then.
Mustang's going to be a 2-ship of Hornets flying a western bar cap over the border between the 2 countries, and we will mainly be focusing on loiter time and slinging AMRAAMs at anybody who comes over to try to poke at us. So, yeah, Mustang complete.
All right. I think that's it then. Go ahead and kick off. Just have fun, everybody.
Woohoo!
Thanks, Frosty.
Right. Let me. Did that mission come up for you? Bant, did the mission come up for you in the server?
Yeah, it's it should
Okay.
be loaded.
All right, I'm gonna start loading up.
All right, double. I am sorted in.
I actually forgot to launch
Paused. Oh, you're good.
the game. Sorry.
Yeah, you might want to do that, man. That'd probably be nice.
It's all right. You have to turn the engines on first anyway. So
We're delayed to start, so.
yeah, it's not gonna be a big deal.
Meanwhile, my DCS is just crawling into life.
I posted a picture of the striker plate on the 234's hull.
Come on, DCS, let's do this. Maybe I need to hit my computer with a hammer. Alright, Lance 2 slotted.
All right.
Chief, turn on the ground power. Chief, copy. Next ground air supply. Copy. Ground power is now on. Ground air supply is now connected. Request rearming. Copy.
Loading right now. Alright.
Comms check.
And
5x5.
All right. Ready to close game.
Okay, canopy coming down.
I'm in. Server's already unpaused.
Yep.
Alright, bingo set 6,000. Both engines started. Everything's done up here.
Copy that.
Lance 2, check in, radio check.
Two one, got you loud and clear.
Alright, disconnecting the umbilicals.
Chief, turn off the ground power. Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
All right. Alignment complete.
That was fast. You sure we know we're on planet Earth?
I had the carrot with the dot, so I'm gonna take it at its word.
Nice. All right, let me know when we're ready to taxi.
Just a bit. Got plug in the mag, and I don't even know if they're ready yet.
Planes charging. Go for Lance. How close are you guys already taking off? Neither of us are green yet. If you guys are green, then feel free to take the cats. Copy that. Alright, target flight, taking cats forward or 2.
It's 2 screen.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Oh man, that ocean out there looks nasty. I would not want to go for a swim.
2-1, we'll let charge
Yep.
take off, and then we'll hit the cats. We'll plan on taking off, holding 500 feet along the BRC. Get our compasses aligned and all that. Then we'll climb out together towards the little cap space.
2 copies, 500 feet, BRC, reset 10 miles, climb to cap. That's to Taxi Cat 3.
Teddy traffic. Charger flight of 2 F-18 taking off from cats 2 and 4.
Do they even think that he's gonna be able to take off from there?
We're gonna find out. I can't pull
Looks like he's
forward anyway
hooked.
because I would. Yeah, I mean he's gonna go. Sorry, Sandy to our left is gonna go, or Shark rather.
024, airborne. 024, radar contact, altimeter 2992. 024.
That sounds interesting.
024, 1 taking Cat 1. Correction, Lance 1 taking Cat 2.
Lance 2 is going to try Cat 4. Cat 3 is not responding.
Copy. Teddy traffic, Charger flight, pushing tactical. Did you get hooked up back there too?
Up, they're working on it right now. We're on Cat 4, so we'll need to separate before we launch.
Let us know when you're all hooked up.
2 set. Running them up.
Copy. Teddy traffic, Lance 1, shooting Cat 2.
024, passing 2.5 kilo.
Lance 2 salute Cat 4.
028, clear to switch. 020, airborne. 020, radar contact, altimeter 2992. 021, airborne. 021, radar contact, altimeter 2992. 021.
You're up.
Lance 1's going to hold 400 knots. We're currently at 700 feet. Bearing 300. Correction, 030. Lance 1R, pushing 2525.
It's quite hard to get stabilized. The crosswind is huge.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to reset the INS in this. Lead 2, I think we're going to go for our INS reset at higher altitude. It's pretty choppy down here.
Copy.
Means like dragging left.
Lance 1 is going to turn 330.
Two Scotch Insight.
Just still need your INS alignment.
Lead to. We have an inboard flap failure.
Copy. Leveling out 330. Do you think you need to reslot or head back to the ship?
Definitely need to at least go back to the ship and hit a reload or hit a repair.
Copy. That shouldn't be an issue. We'll stick around. We'll maintain a pattern 3,000 feet above the ship.
Copy. I have no idea why that happened. Gotta punch back into the CV now.
Yep.
I'm gonna start dumping gas.
Marshall 020. Marking Mops 030. 413. Angels 2.5. State 18.7.
So realistically, what's gonna have to happen here is when we trap, we'll need to get a new aircraft.
Well, why don't we just get in a new aircraft now?
We can. I just didn't know if you wanted to try and trap it.
No, I'd rather spend mission time doing mission.
020. Marshall
All right, concur.
22. DME Angels 7. Expected approach time is 14.
Alright, slotting out.
Chief, turn on the ground power. Chief, copy. Connect ground air supply. Copy. Ground power is now on. Ground air supply is now connected. Request rearming. Copy.
Mic check.
Loud and clear.
I wonder if something weird happened on the cat shot. Crosswind or something.
Chief, turn off the ground power. Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
All right. Let me know when you get the magnetic variants in, and then I'll go ahead and text you.
Copy that. Just got
Remove the wheel chocks.
alignment done. Switching to Magbar.
Chief, turn off the ground power. Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Alright, Magbar in.
Let's do Taxi Cat 2. Go for 2. We're connecting to the cat now.
Copy. I was just gonna see if we had time to get a tank, but if you're taking off now, we're just circling overhead at Angels 5. When you get off the ship, why don't you level off bearing 330? We're coming around starboard side right now, so.
Alright, gear flaps set. And we're ready for takeoff. Bingo 6000. Running up.
Land's missing.
Airborne. 021. Radar contact. Altimeter 2992. 021.
Alright, she feels a lot more normal this time. Alright, we're level. Things are feeling okay, so I'll reset the INS once we get about 5 miles out.
Copy that.
Lead 2 looks like we're green this time. I'm just getting 5 miles out to reset the INS, and then I'll climb up. We'll see you on the way to the patrol area.
Copy. Lead's gonna go hit the tanker, 33 miles, bearing 300. So once you're all reset and heading west, just give us a heads up.
Two copies.
Hey, are you having a data link fade in and out like constantly?
Alright, resetting. Alright, good reset. Climate.
Still got master caution panel. See any errors on your side?
Nope, it'll just be upset for a second now that it's got new information. Which light's illuminated on your panel? I don't have any up here.
I just see it just blinking the red master caution. The only thing I see are the missile and the AUG-9 I'm assuming cooling systems.
You have the cooling switch on the left for the AUG-9.
I do now, so looks like it's all good.
Cool.
Alright, waypoints are plugged in, so we are good to commence.
Wow, we're so far away from the hostile area. I don't think we can see it, can we?
Probably not.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is when I was correcting for the crosswind well, not the crosswind, but like the high wind, that it just overstressed the flap.
Oh, that's odd.
Because, I mean, the launch, when we came off the end of the cat, our airspeed, it's like 20 knots higher than usual, because I think the boat was actually still steaming at 20. The 20 and 20 to 30 headwind, I mean, we were going real fast.
Are we meeting up with them at Tanker, or are we going en route?
Kind of want to get our radar out there and figure out what's happening. Lead 2, we're pointed towards steer 2, just passing through 25,000. Gonna try and get our radar out there.
Copy. One is 9 miles out from the tanker. Why don't you head 270, start scanning, seeing what you can find. We're just gonna get a real quick top off and then we'll be out there as well.
Copy. 2 is shooting the gap between steer point 1 and 2, 270 at 36.
Let's see if I can mess with this.
Hey, 2, do you have an answer now for the data link question I had?
Mexico, 1-1, Uzi.
I'm not seeing any loss of signal, but it wouldn't be uncommon in this series so far.
Because I'm only seeing the west E3, so I'm on like one of the ships right now and it keeps on cutting in and out.
Mexico, 1-1, Uzi, 1-1, request rejoin.
Yeah, I'm on 3185, still getting a signal. It looks like that's as far as I can draw my border, so I think that's gonna have to work.
That's good enough for me, man. We got so many references with all the waypoints, I think I'm okay.
It works decently, I guess. I guess I could draw like a surface target to complete the line, but yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it.
Well, those destroyers... Oh, hang on. Hostile contact, 40,000.
Yeah, way up there.
Those are our Hornet buddies, right at 30?
Let's see what Charger sees.
Hey, 2, I just noticed we have a bandit to our northwest at 40,000 watt.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, trying to disseminate if that's our Hornet flight out there at 3.
By the way, they're working on data link. I'm gonna guess yes.
think we need to be on 2520, right? We're on 2525.
Yeah, well,
They're
it's
on 256.
Oh, low radar contact. Steer 3, 10,000. Hot to the island.
Looks like the bandits on you now, though.
New pop-up near steer 3, 10,000 hot to the island.
Charges. Yeah, one, we might abandon this little trip. Go for Lance. Lance, we got two ships. Yes, around us right now. They're about, what, 50 miles away?
Yeah, we're spotting contacts, one low at 10,000, one at 40,000.
Lance, my friend, those are the bandits.
Can you drop
And,
us in the
can you
collision?
confirm your location and altitude?
We are now flowing back to our waypoint 1. This is Lance 1I. Harpoons have been launched on both. Yeah, Lance, are you monitoring 251?
See if you can get them to kill the 40k guy.
We were on 252 as per briefing.
Yeah, Charger, can you take care of the guy at 40,000?
Yeah.
We're going to engage the low one at
Yesterday,
Fox 3 at 10.
And yeah, we see these bandits. Say it again.
Would you be able to engage target at 40,000? We're going after the one at 10,000.
40k is vectoring towards us. I feel like it's a fighter.
We can turn hot onto them. We're boarding refuel, unfortunately.
Say again, Charger, you're turning hot on the one at 40,000.
Never mind, Lance, they're cold to us now. Can you get the left bandit if we go for the right? They're separated vertically, so we can't really do both at once.
Lead 2, you talking about the 40k or the 10k?
Take the 40k.
Copy, we're turning towards the 40. Be advised, 10k is pointed at the island, 40k is pointed at us.
Copy. Self-defend on 40k, we're intercepting 10k. Unless you want immediate deloss.
Alright, 2 copies. I'm still trying to stay on an intercept towards the 10k. I got no nails from the 40. Alright, Master, I'm on.
Copy.
What we'll do is we'll fly on the beam like this until we get close enough to camera this guy and see what it is. What's his, Can we just ground stab to just double check the vectors? Oh, he is going to the island. No, he's going...
Yeah, he's coming
Okay.
up hostile too.
Alright, press.
Lions Charger flight is RTB back in the boat. We're staying on the 10k rising up from the 20.
Okay, switch off collision.
Stay on the high guy, try to get the visual ID.
Copy that. We are intercepting 40,000.
Alright, collision off so we can get the missile. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to turn and nose hot and track lost. Alright, Fox 3. Let's do Fox 3, 40k. Can't see anything.
Last one, Fox 3, 40, 20k.
Put the TID back up. Thanks, I just want to be able to check. Oh, I got his contrail. That guy's contrail, he's hot to the island still. I'm going to keep pressing. He's defending. It's a singleton. Definitely a fighter. Got the radar? Following 2 dots here. I've got the radar. Do you have the TCS on master or slave?
It is on Independence TCS.
Oh, it's because this dude's jamming. That's why.
Yeah.
Shit, where'd he go? I can't see him now.
Uzi 1-2, Magic 1-1, Bra 246 for 210 at 17,000 gold. Uzi 1-2, Magic 1-1, Bra 007 for
He's on the deck somewhere.
13,000 hot.
I'm just gonna sweep around with pal.
Magic 1-1 merged.
Well, thanks for telling me I'm merged. That doesn't help me.
Looking.
Darkstar 1-1, Uzi 1-2, request bogey dope.
Lance 1, splash, Jeff.
Right, you've got the radar. Let's super search. And I'll turn to the east.
Magic 1-1, Uzi 1-2, request bogey dope. Uzi 1-2, Magic 1-1, Bra 285 for 200 at 26,000.
I mean, my assumption is he flew into the water. We're blind on our guy. He was nose down last time I saw him, and we can't pick him up. Got a merge call briefly, and then nothing.
Copy, 1's headed your way.
Magic 1-1, Uzi 1-2, request picture. Uzi 1-2, Magic 1-1, 3 groups. First group at Bulls 016 for 150 at 25,000. Additional group at Bullseye 016 for 150 at 25,000. Additional group at Bulls 1
Radar coming east.
for 45 at 17,000.
2-1, we've got a radar solution, unknown contact. You're heading 240.
Oh, hang on. I see him. Zoom in on the deck 0.
He's on the deck.
Alright, we're sorted to him, 18 miles.
Copy, Lance 1's 32 miles. If you gotta have a shot, take the shot.
Man, you must have outgassed.
Well, we're closing him. Okay, radar contact. Lock him up. Visual.
Switch pal.
Still out of range. Got the burns in. Lead, we got visual of a dot flowing east here on the deck. We're trying to catch up to it. Still out of range.
Copy. He's currently in our knots. We're trying to regain a lock on him as well.
Let me try PAL again.
Oh, wrong target.
No joy, no joy. We are closing him. Tell you what, let me try and get under him. He's at 800 feet. Okay, he's above us. Turn the MLC filter off and try and get him. Let's try for PAL once more. Got him.
I just got it on TCS. I think it's a vampire.
Uzi 1-2, Magic 1-1, 296, 4230, 16.
Lead 2, we're closing 10 miles. It's most likely a vampire.
You guys just stepped on each other.
We're closing him 10 miles. Not able to make the shot. How far are we from land?
It's hard to say, but I'd probably say at least over 100 miles.
What's our rate of closure here? 100 knots? About 200 knots.
Definitely not a cruise. Yeah, it's definitely not a cruise missile by itself.
I mean, if we could confirm that it was a plane, I could shoot at it and it would turn around probably, but...
No, even then, like altitude, the cruise missile would probably be a little bit lower than this.
Yeah.
And he'd only be going around 420 knots, 430 at best.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But ground
punch
speed 470.
punch the tack in to the tanker, because we'll have to go there right after this.
What is that, 41? Yep.
5 miles. We're doing 600. We're closing them pretty good.
Try to fight leaving tactical for a boat.
All right, I'm gonna do a heater shot here.
It
Is that all
might
the
be
zoom
the
we've
actual
got?
missile itself. It's holding its speed decently. Yeah, we are zoomed in all the way.
Yeah, it's probably a missile.
No, it's Jeff. Look.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. 2 miles. We're gonna Fox 2. Buddy 14. Buddy 14.
That's fine. We're not firing. We're just we have the missile locked and we're tracking on TCS. We're good to fire.
All right, this is a Jeff Fox 2. Right, get ready for a merge. Oh, he had no idea we were there.
Good kill. Good kill.
All right, splash Jeff. He was alone.
That thing was smoking like crazy.
All right, we're fuel state 8.5. We need to push the tanker.
So 5.
Are we blind everywhere else right now? We need to get some radar out there.
Another problem is the tanker is an S3, so it's not going to have really enough fuel to hold us both over for the remainder.
Well, new target contacts 290 from 0.2. 30,000.
Why don't you guys push the tanker? One's going to push this target. Get as much fuel as you can. If needed, one will land back on the carrier, rearm and refuel. Or if the tanker's still up, we'll try and hit that. But go and get some fuel. We'll try and stagger so we can at least have one pair of eyes looking out there.
To press tanker.
Why do we have a Viking again?
I don't know. But we'll take, I don't know, a few thousand pounds off of it. Oh, radar contact south of us, 20K.
Yep. Lead, new contact, south 0.2, southeast, or excuse me, southwest 0.1.
Two's flowing 0.1 to intercept its target 2.
One copy. Yep. Flow and intercept that. We'll play it by ear.
All right, let's get a collision going. All right, that solution's pretty good. It'll get better once I get level and fast.
15 miles from target.
I'm trying to think if he's singleton or not. I'm seeing echoes.
I think he's a 2-ship. That's all radar return off the E3 right now.
He's climbing.
Good. Let's kill him. Lead 2, our bandits are still flowing east, climbing to 30. We're going to press.
Copy.
This looks like another H6 with a Mirage Export.
Yep, good call. I'm going to light half cans here.
Yep, main ship is
We're
at
gonna
40.
Yep, you're right. You are definitely right. Put mandatory attack on the 40. We're going to long bomb at these guys, I think.
I don't know what mandatory attack is, but I was just assuming just target that one.
It's okay, you can use next launch and we can get the same effect. Don't worry about it.
Alright, escort has matched altitude.
Okay, see him. Check our ground stab. I just want to see if they're vectored or we're just on a good intercept.
Well,
Right,
they're
just
flowing land. Or they're flowing to the Falklands.
Okay, go to ground stab. I'm just going to do a quick little weave and we'll know. Nope. They are CV bound, it looks like. Alright, radar contact, 76 miles. One guy went low. There's a 10K low now. Alright, we're going to ditch this first missile soon. Go ahead and turn collision off. Alright. Come on, baby. Radar's too low. That's why we lost him. Wow, it's like 3 ships. Lead 2, we got at least 3, maybe 4 ships over here.
8-6 for us.
Alright, turn in for the first weapon. Go ahead and give me Twiz Auto for the 40.
Or at least I assume it is. We're getting jammed from 100 miles out.
There you go. Thank you, sir. Alright, coming up. 25 degrees. 2 Fox 3 40K.
I just noticed the kill feed has Red Unknown and Mirage F1E killed F1E with F1E.
Zoom us in a little bit so the missile gets the higher fidelity track. Sweet. This guy will probably die from this. Then what we gotta figure out is, I think the guy on the right, the 20, I think he's a fighter. He's coming to us, but I think the 10 is attack. Check your ground stab real quick. Okay, looking good. This might be a Jeff, actually.
No evasive maneuvers yet.
Yeah, I'm just worried about ST-10 right now. Let's be ready on the chaff. Pitbull. He's evasive. I see him.
Yep, visual.
Splash. Good splash. Alright. I'm just doing a quick 180, just in case there's an SD. Splash GF-17. I think we're clean. I mean, I didn't see a smoke trail, so I didn't evade earlier, but just wanted to be sure. Alright, let's try and find them again. Let's check that ground stab and see where they're flowing to. Oh, yep, they're interested in either us or the CV. There you go. Twizano, we got 2 contacts. See raw outs on the first guy. Okay, 16. Fox 3 times 2. Fox 3 times 2, 2 ship 20K. Scratch that dump track in the back one. Come on, baby.
So,
get out
sure,
there.
there's a third in there.
Shit, our track in the back is busted. We're just gonna have to worry about the front one. We lost the other missile. Hopefully the INS is enough to take care of it. Bring this down. Just keep your hand ready on the chaff.
Copy that. Fuel state 6.
Come on, baby, go active. Out left.
vampires off the H6 heading east.
Oh, shit. Alright, ground stab. I'm just gonna go cold from these dudes for a second. Lead 2, we're engaged at 3 ship Jeffs at Steer 1. You guys continue on the vampires.
Yeah, we'll get what we can. Yeah, whatever you call a pack of vampires, that's what we're dealing with.
A bloody mess.
So is one of those guys continuing towards land?
One's hot on us, looking possibly to intercept. The other one's continuing to the islands.
Alright, let's get ready to recommit on the one on the right. I'm going to equalize altitude. Level radar to his auto. Now when we commit into him, he's going to fire on us almost immediately. What's his range? Shit, okay. Alright, I'm just going to have to pal and shoot right away. I don't think we have a choice. I could break away from him and take the guy on the left, actually.
Yeah, I don't know if he's trying to intercept, but he's flowing south.
Let's extend. Let's kill this ground attack guy. Okay, what's the pure altitude on the guy in the north?
Looking at
21. Okay.
Oh,
here he comes.
On us.
Okay. Here's the game plan then. Radar left, and we're going to Twiz auto shot the first guy right away, and then break away northeast.
Copy.
It's a really narrow Twiz auto. Just put it right over him. We're co-altitude, so it should find him pretty quick. And radar into the turn.
Copy.
Okay. Ready?
Break.
Go. Careful, get on the radar. It's coming left again. It took the wrong target. Zoom out. Cool. It'll find it now. Radar's at the ground. Radar's at the ground. Good save. Alright, solution. Pulling in. Box 3. Oh, it's a 2-ship. I can see him. The rear guy's not looking at us yet. I'm going to go under him to the left.
Pitbull.
Okay. Pal. The hell? Fox 3 short. Missiles on the second one. Gonna press low under him. Missiles tracking. Good splash. Splash 2 more, Jeff. Steer 1. Lead, you still alive? Alright, is there anybody left? I don't see anybody here.
We were able to get 2 of the cruise missiles, but we have no gun ammo for some reason.
I think there might be a reason.
Yeah, There's still 6 vampires coming in. We have no way to stop them now. Charger light, checking in.
We're fuel state 2-5. Lead to, where are the vampires relative to Seer 2?
There's no way you're getting here in time. Don't even bother.
Yeah, they're already in the Falklands.
I think it might be time to hit the boat.
Yeah, I agree. We need ammo. Alright, 2 is fuel state 2-5. We gotta go RTB.
Alright, pushing Teddy. Lance 2, checking out tactical, pushing boat.
Marshall 020. Marking mobs 265. Volt 70. Angels 24. State 3.0.
Time to convert all this to energy.
024. Clear to switch.
020, Rough Rider Marshall, case 3 recovery, CD1 approach, expect final bearing 22, altimeter is 2993, 020, Martian Mars
22 DME.
22, DME Angels 7, expected approach time is...
I guess I'll just use final bearing 22.
020. Marshall on no 202. 22. DME Angels 7. Expected approach time is 14.
020, bring back correct.
Alright, I'm gonna establish at 0.8. We're gonna be really tight on gas here.
Hey, we're down to 2,800 pounds fuel. We're diverting them out Pleasant.
2 copy.
Still bizarre how it's defaulting to case 2 and 3. I guess maybe case 2 for the clouds or possibly the rough seas, maybe.
Yeah, who knows? Man, this is gonna be a nervous trap. $52 miles.
Looks like they're probably going for San Carlos.
Lead 2 on fuel state 17. No long 6 remaining. We've got to get back to the boat.
Yeah, it was more informative. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it at this point. I just get to watch him out the window.
That's really unfortunate we couldn't stop the H6. I think it was probably that guy at 10.
Well, it's hard to do as a 2-ship.
I think it was doable, but just waiting around for us on the mechanical was probably not the right call. We just need to get out, you know, with whatever ships we have available. Alright, 30 miles. Fuel 1.6. I'm gonna start descending. Gonna aim a little bit behind the boat and just go for a fairly short initial. And probably not really a shit hot break, but essentially. Oh, I see the boat. Can I adjust my angle now?
State 1.6. Altimeter 29.93.
021. Radar contact 17 miles. Expect final bearing 22. 021. Switch approach.
021.
Okay, hook is down. Landing mode's configured. AWL PCD's on. Carrier data link if you have it. Got the radar altimeter set 425. Trim as it take off.
Oh, data link connected.
Good needles, thank you. State Traffic Lance 2 is going to be in for the 3-mile initial.
Checking in 6 miles.
Lance 2, check in 6-mile initial.
021. Platform. 021. Roger.
All right, 800 feet, 350 knots. Let's say 1-4. Let's do in the break.
021. Checking in 1 miles. 021. Approach. Final bearing 22. 021.
Lance 2 beam all down Tomcat. Holy shit, this wind. I feel like I'm barely moving.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Lance 2 Tomcat ball 1.1. The carrier is definitely not in the wind. God, this is so weird. Alright, I'm on the ball, but man, lineup is janky. Ooh, baby. I'm actually going to spin this around. I'm worried that somebody will spawn. Lead 2, we're reloading.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
£900 of fuel. Or no, 800. Jeez.
Step away for a sec.
Alright, so we see anything out there that we need to scramble for? Looks like the boat's pretty blind. I'll use the upfront radio real quick, and I'm going to tune to tactical.
Magic 1-1. Uzi 1-2. Request bogey dope. Uzi 1-2. Magic 1-1. Bra 26542 under 10 at 16,000 knots. Magic 1-1. Uzi 1-2. Request picture. Uzi 1-2. Magic 1-1. Single group at bold 102-450 at 17,000.
Okay, they're basically west of Steer 1 by about 80 miles.
Two, 1-0.
Go for 2.
Do you remember what the message said about the tornadoes?
Said they were operating north of the Falklands for any ship.
What did it want us to do about them?
Not kill them, I think.
Okay, well, we're watching them take off, so we just wanted to know if this was escort or
We're about halfway refueled, rearmed.
yeah, we're same. I don't know if Rafe was recording that, but it was a very good landing.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. Totally textbook landing.
Nailed the crosswinds, crabbed it perfectly, nothing went wrong at all.
Yeah, rated descent was great. Some people would have called that a butter.
Or was it a butter face? We'll never know. What do you think, Fant? Where should we go? You there, fam?
Yep, I'm here. So we hit this 2.2.
These purple shirts are taking their time with the gas. I'll tell you what.
Refueling complete. Rearming complete. Request rearming.
We gotta cycle the tanks. Didn't refuel the tanks.
Request refueling. Rearming complete. Request rearming.
Alright, lead 2, we're about to take the cat and shoot. Any ideas where you want us to head?
Yeah, just take off and start scanning. I don't really know. We're still on the ground. We haven't been repairing or refueling, so just get out and start scanning. Head up that same area.
Request rearming. Copy.
Alright, copy. We'll shoot the gap between steer 2 and steer 1 again.
Refueling complete.
Alright, we'll take a note that with the current patch we have to drop the tanks before we land. Sometimes the refuel gets them, sometimes it doesn't.
Add it to the list.
Yeah, I guess this patch... Looks like this patch they're busted. Lance 2, text to Cat 2. Alright, flaps down, takeoff trim set, controls correct. We're going to watch our airspeed on takeoff and pull the flaps up without rolling the aircraft. And hopefully not break one again. Lance 2, shooting Cat 2. Alright, looks like everything's fine on the controls. No need to reset the INS, so I'll go ahead and turn steer 2 and climb. Alright, Lance 2 is airborne.
Lance 2, check tactical. Lance 1's airborne. Charger flights RTB back to the boat.
Ooh, radar contact.
He's heading cold.
Probably patrol.
Charger flight pushing boat frequency.
Maybe.
Oop,
Or is it a
new
new
buddy.
contact?
That's a new buddy going to steer 1. The boat. Alright, I'm going Bernard. He's inside of the red line already. Combat climb. Let me know when you get a solution. I'm flying a realistic climb.
I have a solution. He's holding course for steer point 1.
Copy. I'm in a twist track.
Got it. Yeah.
2-1, wheels up, heading back towards the AO. We do have a little flap problem here. So we're stuck two wings out, so no wing sweep. But yeah, we're heading back that way.
Alright, he's turning hot on us.
Lead 2's engaging bandit at steer 1 inside the red line, pointing at the carrier. Alright, we're going to go for a pretty long shot here, if I can get on profile.
Alright, got him set to his auto.
Definitely climbing to meet us.
Sure is.
Alright, let's see if it turns with us to the right here instead of the CV.
Damn, he's already at 4. Second. Oh, he's turning.
Go to ground stab. Yep. For sure. Alright, well the good thing is he's probably not to the carrier, so I can save a little bit of gas. Ooh, 20k pop up.
A secondary coming in.
Lead 2. We got a bandit west of steer 2 at 20 knots to the CV as well.
Yeah, 1 season. Do you have the 1 in steer 1?
Yeah, we're going to press the 40k and shoot, and then pitch to 20 and shoot again.
Copy. We're going to go to steer 2 in orbit. I mean, we can't really do an intercept per se, because we can't do more than like 200 something knots. But we could defend steer 2 and block there.
Alright, so game plan's going to be about a 70 nautical mile bomb shot here. Okay, good track. Going nose up. And Fox 3.
See, 2 ship.
It's possible. They might be in close formation. Alright, I'm going to try and get under him to maintain the track. He's at 38. Alright, going to 36.
I'm seeing multiple contact.
Yeah, I think the radar dropped the track, but if I stay straight, he's pretty much in the same vector, so it should work out. And there might be 2, so I'll go ahead and send another one, Fox 3. Alright, let's see how we go. Hopefully we get lucky and INS the rear guy. Okay, I've got him visually. Conning. Rear missile's gone. He's defending the front missile. Alright, he trashed both of those. Try and pick him up. Pal briefly. Fox 3 short. Chaff out, chaff out. Missiles tracking. Maintaining visual. He's alone. Press. Splash. Off right. Alright, where's his friend?
Dark Star 1-1. Uzi 1-2.
Ooh, 2 should be 40. Hot diggity. Coming right for intercept. Two's pressing 2 bandits at steer, 2 bandits at steer, 1 are dead. It was a singleton.
Copy, we're pressing the same bandits. We also had something on pulse northwest of steer 3, but those might be the ships that Tornado is going after. It's about the same spot that the ship and the, what's it called, oil rig were at in Mission 1.
Bandit 30,000, turn into engage.
Got it.
Copy. Pressing the 30. We're pressing the southern guy that's at 30. He's hot to us. 40k still flow east.
Yeah.
Do a little bit shorter shot this time.
40k guy.
I'm not going to loft this one. We'll do it at maybe 40. No nails from this guy. Can you see his range? Okay, thanks. Only annoying thing about the camera is that it makes you lose the range. Alright,
Go
Fox 3.
radar lock on him.
Alright, go ahead and try an STT and then. That missile's INS now.
Minus 1, Fox 3, 40 miles.
Alright,
And
Fox 3
he's
short.
head on to us.
Lance 2, Fox 3 on the 30k again.
I think it's Mirage. Nope, Jeff.
Missile went stupid. Missile reacquired.
Lance 1, Fox 3, 24.
I'm gonna press him. He's cold. Zoom in a little. I just want to see where the other person is. I'll keep the radar lock on this guy.
That is zoomed in.
No, out a little bit. I want to see where his wingman went. Okay, it's wingman's to our right at 30. How are you doing, man? I need to see. Okay, Fox 3 again. He's hot. Come on, man. Get him.
Alright, it's within 4.
Splash. Alright, splash our guy. We're down to one sidewinder.
Last one, Fox 3, 10 miles.
Let's see if we can lock this guy up. He's dicked. Lead, he's on the deck pretty close to you. Can you lock him?
Splash.
Last one, slash, Jeff.
Good work, lead.
I show clean scope at this time.
Lead 2, we're basically just a radar with a lot of gas, so we're going to go do a AWACS sweep west for you.
Yeah, I mean, we're so handicapped on intercepts right now, we can't do faster than 240.
Oh. Contact coming from the west, about to cross the border.
Alright, lock him up. Lead 2, we're going to contact 20,000. Recommend you flow towards Steer 1 to block.
Last one, copy, flowing towards Steer 1.
You can punch our tanks if you want. Sweet. You able to see how many flares are left in the dispenser on the counter to your right?
Yeah, we got 27 chaps, 17 flare.
Copy, thanks. Just considering that we might have to do a low to high Fox 2 merge on this guy, depending on what Lead's able to do.
I'm gonna assume by this profile he is a Jeff.
I think you're right. My assumption is they're flying radar silent because they've only got Fox 2s on board.
Unless they're told not to turn the radar.
Yeah, fair enough.
I wonder if I bug him with the radar and try and do STT, he'll get the hint.
Yeah, do it. Lead 2, we're going to STT this guy that's flowing in, try and get his attention. 2's going to continue pressing because we've got gas and one heater. Yep, 20K just turned towards us.
Almost look like he's on an intercept course.
Yep, he just turned intercept course to us. We're going to try and drag him northwest. That's something we can do.
We're going to adjust our course to try and link up on an intercept if you drag them northwest.
Correction, northeast.
Oh yeah, he's following us. Yep, he turned towards us again. He just wants to intercept us. Why don't you guys point your radar north and see if there's anything else, and we'll just keep distracting this guy.
Secondary
New
contact.
Yeah, there's one guy to the far northwest, but it's past our boundaries.
Coming south.
And he's heading outbound. It actually might be the H6 that we never killed.
You won't be able to bug him unless you've got the Twiz or the Data Link. Interesting, it's like he went back on his patrol route.
Yeah, he might be going to his side of the border. Yeah, he's turning cold.
Alright, then we'll go out too. Lead 2 RJF has decided not to play.
Probably for the best.
I think they should probably head towards the boat. We got about 7 minutes till RTB, and if they can't fly very fast, they need to turn back now.
Yeah, now let him know and we'll do a little back sweep.
Alright, we got 7 minutes till knock it off. Recommend heading back to the boat, make best speed possible.
Sounds good. Knock it off, knock it off.
Gonna step away for a second.
Copy.
We're gonna have to make a straight in, but we're limited by speed, so you guys go ahead into the pattern. We'll follow in behind you.
2.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Lead 2.
Go for lead.
Be advised, when you're landing on the carrier, if the boat is not facing into the wind. So your final approach is going to be crabbed in all the wrong directions.
Ooh, nice.
It was a very hands-on approach last time. Alright, we're about 100 to carrier.
Sorry, say again?
We're about 100 miles to carrier.
Copy, lead's 89, but we're moving pretty slow.
What's that at 10,000? RWS has it.
Probably a tanker.
Ah, yeah, you're right. It's a tanker. The data link popped in very briefly. Guess you could play Find the Boat if you wanted to. See if you could lock it up and pulse. Or figure out how the asteroid scheme works back there.
Yeah, I don't even know how to find that.
We're gonna burn down to 5,000. Oh, look, I see our buddies. Do a little surprise on our buds there. So a little rear aspect chase, so I'll get their tail in front of us. Okay, tail's in front. Zoom us in a little bit. Alright. .7 feels still good. 7.2. I'll lock them up right before we blow past. 6.6, we're still good on fuel. All right, locking them up.
Nice.
I was listening to music. That was very annoying. Please leave.
Could slow down even if I wanted to.
Oh, sorry, wrong channel.
When's the last time you were over Mach 2?
Shading with a Mach 2.
I actually have no idea what you said. You guys
Marshall 020, marking mops 29440, Angels 39, state 12.3.
020, Rough Rider Marshall, case 3 recovery, CD1 approach. Expect final bearing 22, altimeter is 29993. 020, Marshall Mothers 202, radio 22, DME Angels 7. Expect approach time is 14.
020.
All right, we're pushing low to get to the CV.
22, DME, Angels 7. Expected approach time is 14.
020, bring back threat.
Got the boat in sight. City traffic. Lance 2 entering from the east at 13,000. You'll state 4.3 for overhead stack at 3. Getting ready to level out at 3, looking around for traffic. Lance 2, overhead 3,000 stack. State 3.7.
021, commencing, state 3.7. Altimeter 29.93.
021, radar contact 2 miles. Expect final bearing 22. 021, switch approach.
State traffic, Lance 2 breaking the deck. A little bit high on my stack there. Alright, 3 miles, about ready to turn around. Four miles. $350 knots, 5 miles. Hooks down, landing mode's on, EWL PC selected. We have the carrier data link.
Yep.
Alright, 6 mile initial. Alright, no needles. Carrier must not be broadcasting anymore. Alright, we'll go TACAM case 1. Needles alive.
That's weird. We're on the
Lance 2, 6 mile initial titty. 800 feet, 350 knots. God, again, the wind is so crazy. My velocity vector is completely off the screen. A little fast, a little high. Right, 800 feet. $350 knots. Man, this looks so janky because of the wind. Lance 2 in the break. Alright, and break. .280 gear down. Flaps down. DLC's out. Lance 2, a beam all down Tomcat. I have no velocity vector. We are on speed though.
That's just weird. We're not getting needles. I got green AC. You know, I got everything says we have it on the board.
Lance 2, 6 miles out.
Lance 2 in a churn. Lead 2, be advised, you'll have to be way right of the boat in initial because it's going to push me way wide to the right.
Copy.
Alright, we're still on speed. I got no velocity vector, so it's just going to be eyeballs only. Let's do ball 2.8. Fucking hell. This is wild.
It's a single, but we're on the deck.
2-1, you guys on the deck?
Green deck.
Steady traffic, Lance 1, inbound emergency landing 5 miles, straight into bridge.
Chief, place the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
Yeah, that was an absolutely terrible landing, guys. But the crosswind, if we go here, the crosswind was coming from over here. Like, it was pushing me so far out. It's wild. I was completely crabbed. But whatever, we made it down. We're alive. But man, that's the slowest final approach. Oh, what's the stupid button for the LSO station? There it is. Yeah, I think it was just set up incorrectly. The carrier's not in the wind. Is what it is. Come left. On glide slope. Come left. Keep coming left on glide slope. Keep coming left on glide slope. Approaching center line. Power. 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 On center. Power. Welcome aboard.
That our rear wheels were like 2 feet from a rim straight.
It's okay, it was janky for us too. Alright. I'll see you guys back in the briefing room.
Not able.
Alright, let me take the helmet off. Alright, mic check Discord.
I'd like to call attention to my magnificent artwork and screenshots.
There's a whole bunch of stuff there.
It's the last screenshot posted.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what it is. Oh, smiley face, or maybe just neutral face.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, everything is an inappropriate shape in the 40th, so.
Yeah.
Holy
There's
shit.
There's a shaft, and then there's a line at the bottom, and then two things that are tracing the shape of the balls.
Oh, okay. I see.
Most excellent.
Thank you. When you can only do 240 knots back to the carrier 100 miles away, you have some time to work on the art.
My apologies, Double.
Yeah, I think
I don't
just
know
taking
what-
a quick look at what happened, because the wind is so insane out of the north, when we took that cat shot, we were already going roughly 170 miles an hour off the end. So we exceeded the flap speed, especially with a full aileron deflection to keep from rolling left, at like 190 knots. That's why we broke the flap. You guys probably had the same thing with a crosswind
Yeah,
takeoff.
he rotated at 140, which was with the headwind too late. And by the time it was in the air and the flaps were up, I think it was too late.
Yeah.
So
it was super touchy. I had to do my second takeoff with only rudder and elevator to keep it level, and then I did not break the flap. So just high wind condition things, I guess.
Interesting was our takeoff was like wouldn't have even noticed.
Well, it wasn't that noticeable. Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
little flick at the start, and that was it.
Yeah.
All right, so this is since I reslotted, I got a new tack view. We go back to the start. See where they launched from. Center base.
Is that tanker set to invisible?
Do not know.
Because I feel like I would have noticed a tanker flying circles relatively close to our area.
We started out engaged up here in the north. So this group up here, JF-17 patrol, was the first thing that we met up with.
Fucking charger flight. Oh yeah, we just our job's only launching harpoons. That's it.
Just really hoping they'd help us with their sticks.
I don't even think they had any.
There's no way they didn't have any.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Like they just basically said like not our problem.
They just went back and landed.
Yeah,
What the
like
fuck?
literally, like when they're on top of the units at the beginning, like Sandy's like, okay, well they're there for you. I'm like, dude, you're right next to them.
Yeah. Well, they called them out to us too, right as we were chatting to them.
But like they're almost flying. Yeah, it's just.
They even hit with the missiles.
I don't know. Well, yeah, it looks like some hits up there. One thing I would say though is, given we had a mechanical, I think if we're doing things like offensive counter air, for example, where we're going to go into someone's territory and fight them there, I'd say sure, wait for your wingman. Considering this is like a fleet defense or a point defense, just get your radar out there. We can always catch up to you. Because it took us, pretty standard scramble time, like 7 minutes for us to get back in the air. And that's a lot of closure miles that these guys have on us. But anyway, at least the opening intercept. I wonder why these fighters actually came in so deep. I guess they were just a fighter screen, which is smart.
It's interesting that they split the way they did, though.
Yeah. The Jets were interesting because I don't think they had.
We didn't even need that second shot.
I think they only had heaters and they weren't turning their radars on. Very interesting.
Yeah, I actually checked nails and I never saw anything.
Oh, this is a mistake on my part. Man, I feel bad about this. This dude was going home. I was totally backwards thinking he was flowing east. In my mind.
No, that's why I use ground stab whenever we're doing this stuff, is because I knew you were running after him. And I was wondering what the deal was, but...
Well, once it was called a vampire, I was going to go. Yeah. Anyway.
That wasn't...
The other thing I'd say is, like, there's no need for us to have... Even if this was towards the target, having two people chasing the same guy when we could have a radar that's pointed up here is another mistake that we had.
What was weird is because I thought it was because it was producing so much damn smoke.
Yeah, Jeffs are hogs.
Because I was looking through the camera, and it looked like it was like an inbound missile through that. So.
Now, talk us through your guys, then we'll walk through the southern engagement.
So we wanted to get a good idea on it first, and then it was jamming me, so I figured it was probably an H6. Sorry, slow down. Go back.
So
painful. So right here, as it releases all those missiles, I see a few flickers, and I actually tell him, I think it might have fired vampires. Look out the window and see if you can see contrails. So I watched the H6 in the camera, and see that it was turning left and then was turning around, and I was like, okay, with all those two things combined, I'm pretty sure it's fired missiles. Hunt for them, and then he was like, yep, I see it. There they are, I see them. So that's when we turn right and go after him.
Is there any reason we didn't shoot earlier? Because he had already crossed the hostile line out here, right?
Because we were getting jammed bad, and we didn't think we were going to get a good solution on it.
Yeah, fair enough.
We didn't actually burst
because we knew that he was going east, and that we knew it was going to be a home on jam shot that wasn't going to be going directly in, and I didn't think it'd have a good enough solution to actually make it there.
That's probably true. I'd say maybe the only other tweak then to make is if you think you're in that situation, get your airspeed up and close.
Yeah, well, we were down to 7,000 pounds of gas.
Still, you're not as important as these guys are.
But
yeah, that's tough. I mean, right, rear aspect. We learned that last time up at altitude. That at altitude 15, but down low it's like 4. It's really small.
We did fire these, and it was closer than we thought it was. But
yeah.
And then we got. And we actually did smack a couple with sidewinders, but then it was like, why don't we have any gun ammo?
Whoa! Did you guys even know you were down there with the boat?
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Never saw it. I mean, we were pretty padlocked on the missiles.
Yeah,
Never
for
saw
sure.
those.
But yeah, no gun ammo, which is weird.
Yeah. And
And then
so
we had to
we
go
just
in.
had to watch them.
Well, you can skip this like next 20 minutes. You know, you don't have
Yeah,
to.
you don't need to watch the landing.
You don't
It's
need
not
to watch the
important.
landing.
All right. We'll walk you through ours down here because we knew that, ages before these guys had tripped the red line about 30 miles out. So you see right here when I think they cross 150, we push the speed up, trying to get altitude to toss. So sent the first one pretty long, got the first guy, and at this point we weren't really sure if they're after us or the boat or what, but Vance, I think you were getting these two guys separated.
Well, at first, like we thought, we kind of assumed there might be, it was either an echo or there could have been two, but yeah, I think it's when they started getting separated.
Yeah. And the tough thing was, to try and tell, we thought maybe these guys were intercepting us early on. This guy definitely was. After the first shot, the second guy turns and gives us pressure. So did a little defensive pump here. As we came back in and launched again, thinking, hey, all these guys are vectored on us, that's when these two make the turn towards the boat. It's really tough to see, but just all the confusion of all this like changing of vectors and countermeasures everywhere, these missiles just went completely stupid. Then we kind of had to make a call of, do we go after the guy vectoring on us or do we go after the ones on the boat? Obviously we're expendable, so we turn around and fire at the guys heading to the boat. This time we're able to get 2 splashes. I was a little concerned he would do the AI high off bore sight bullcrap. So coming up under them here, go engines idle and try to stay under his nose. And the other guy just ended up, I guess, running out of gas. This is just out of control. The true airspeed of 80 knots. Holy cow! That wind is kicking.
That's what I said to Wraith. Warning going in. I'm like, that's 80, like headwind of 30 knots. I'm like, that means that our airspeed going in, like we're going to be doing a true airspeed or a true ground speed of 90 knots. Especially since the carrier's not moving, or indicated it's going to be 90.
It's the same fucker. He went and tanked. I mean, that's kind of cool. The AI actually does it. So he tanked and decided to come back. Again,
I didn't know the AI would actually do that.
Yeah, he tanked and decided to come back. Now, same thing. We're just taking off and getting our SA and seeing that this guy, you can see us off the boat here, seeing that he breached the barrier, the 150 barrier. Now I'm full burner in combat climb here, just to try and get out and lob. We turned off for a second just to see if he would follow us or the boat, and he did follow us. So that's when we made the decision not to send a super, super long bomb, because if he's trying to kill the boat, send it earlier, but went a little bit closer this time. First track just gave up. The INS tried, but didn't quite make it. The second one was a little bit less loft, and it just gave up as well. We had some tough time with C models at range today. Third one got him. And then these two guys, I guess they were coming to mess with you. Yeah, they're air to air, so that's why they split. Okay.
Watch our gimped engagement.
Didn't loft that at all. He just doesn't care. You guys.
So we actually fired this one prematurely. I didn't expect that one to kill. I told him, because we're so slow, I told him to fire the first one a little earlier than I thought we'd actually have a kill PK at to get them defensive, and then the second one higher PK, and then the third that actually didn't get a kill too because it was defensive. And the third one was at 10 miles, and that was the kill shot.
We thought this dude was a Jeff.
That was actually a pretty decent engagement on our part because Wraith lost sight on him, and I didn't. The radar was lost, but I still had visual on. I still had tally on him, so I talked Wraith in nose on to get the solution.
Yeah, I mean,
so
all things considered, I think our sorties were pretty good.
Yeah, I am annoyed that pushing the H6 harder would have been the correct choice.
Yeah,
but
in hindsight, it would have been.
Yeah, at the time, it would have been as well. I considered it, but I thought we would have had enough time to do it more, but we didn't because we were probably within 10 seconds of firing too.
Mm-hmm. I think we burned through at like 46 miles or something, is what I remember seeing.
Even when, like, basically we were like flickering, burning through it as the vampires came off the rail. And the reason I didn't fire at that point is because I was trying to determine whether they actually had, and I didn't want to waste missiles if they had. And sure enough, so that's why I was switching over to actual TCS to try to figure out what its behavior was. But oh well. What did the tornadoes end up doing? They go up and kill the.
What did fucking Mustang or Charger, whoever the hell was up there, what did they end up doing?
Yeah, for the rest of the mission.
We'll take a look in a second. So these guys fire seagulls. Don't get in.
And the other two are like.
Oh, that was their escort. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, as we know in DCS, anti-ship missiles are almost the worst anti-ship weapon.
Yeah.
Never do anything.
It's
Look at this barrage,
And I did pick them up on radar again. I was like, I'm pretty sure they're
I think the missiles do something. It's just the defenses of the boats are just too numerous.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't use these type of weapons against a surface combatant like this.
No. You have a sub try and take that.
When you're using missiles, and everyone knew this in the Cold War, you do it by firing a whole bunch of missiles from different originating points and types.
All at the same time.
All at the same time. So they all arrive at the same time and overwhelm the target group.
Yep.
And that's how you do it. And everyone knew it.
Armed Syrian boat. Syrians are in it as well. Those assholes.
They've traveled all the way
So yeah,
from Syria
your question was,
in
what
their
did they
armed
do? Harpoons. Reload. More harpoons. These go.
Did the Syrian boat shoot it down?
I believe it did. Like, go back and
I don't think it shooted it out. I think they just ate it.
Dude, no, it did. It totally did. Dude, it did.
Oh, wow, yeah, the Phalanx got it.
Wow.
Yeah, Sea-Wiz took him out.
Sea-Wiz is really just it's just a dude with a freaking minigun off the side.
Yeah. The technical version of literally a technical boat.
That is fucking
Well,
hilarious.
Positive. CV is still alive. We're still here. And they're down a lot of aircraft. I mean,
Just
cruise
like
missiles hurt the Falklands, but it's not the end of the game.
Just like the petition.
Annoyingly, we didn't kill all the missiles, and I didn't actually nail the H6, so it's still alive. We
they
let it
still
go.
have 2 of them.
Yeah. Got a very pretty image of it in the TCS, though.
Well,
Oh, if you scroll up in screenshots, I took a screenshot of us flying literally in formation with the missiles.
Yeah, we flew all the way back to base alongside the missiles. It was very.
Well, I mean, not just
very-
that. Like when we passed
I
them,
mean,
like thinking we had guns.
come
Yeah,
on, guys,
I
get
popped a
your freaking
screenshot.
Battle of the Blitz in and start wingtipping those things.
I tried to fly in front of it to see if it would disrupt its flight path, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna risk destroying my own plane though.
You know what we'll just say? We'll tell the press that you damaged your flap by trying to wingtip them.
No, fuck that. The fucking tornadoes could do something. Why are we out there defending, Britain's territorial lands?
Again, Marino will suck,
Where's
bro.
Where's HMS? What's her name? You know?
Well, I know where HMS
Elizabeth?
questionable writing on the radar is. It's definitely here.
Well, neither of us died, so that's a win, I guess.
Surprisingly.
Yep. Right, well, I guess that's that.